Hello student, welcome to today's lecture. Today we are going to understand various concepts in software testing. So first is the test policy. So first we understand what is policy. Policy means the set of rules you have to follow. So test policies are generally defined by senior management, try to cover all aspects of testing. So here all test policy means rules are defined by the senior management and which will cover all the aspects of testing. So it decides the framework of testing toward customer satisfaction. So in this, depending on the product, the senior management decide which framework you have to use for the testing so that the customer get maximum satisfaction. Then testing will perform against the TQM principles. We already saw the what is TQM principles, and it find and fulfill customer centric approach. So these are the testing policies. So in testing policy, generally the senior management is involved to deciding the testing policy. Now next we are covering test strategy or test approaches. So in case globally there is a unique test policy decided by management, but it can varies as per the customer deadline, product and the project. So means here even your company set some unique test policy, okay, at management level, but it can vary. So it varies due to the customer requirement, then what is deadline or what is the product. If any new product you are developing, then we require some new strategy and the project. So depend on the criteria, it may be vary. So testing strategy include functional requirement. We already saw what is functional requirement and non-functional requirement. Then features of different products as well as customer and the projects. So all these cover under the coverage in testing. Then levels of testing must monitor and maintain. So again we saw the unit testing and the acceptance testing. So in unit testing, each module we are going to test whether it is working fine or not. So in this way, company maintaining the unit level as well as in acceptance testing, as you know, the your product is wholly checked. So various levels of testing is monitored and maintained through unit to acceptance testing. Then next point is how much testing manually and when to automate has been planned and executed. Okay, so before testing the product, it's already mention how to approach the product, whether you have to do manual testing or you have to go the automation testing. Again, the number of developers and tester are assigned in proportion. So depending on the requirement, how many numbers of developer required, how many tester required, these all are already planned in the test strategy or test approach. So this is the testing approach. So depend on the requirement, your testing policy may vary. Then in coverage of testing, it include functional requirement, then features of different products, customer, projects, and you have to monitor at each level. Then you have to decide whether you have to perform manual or automation testing. Then decide the how many developer and tester required, and it must be in proportional manner. Now next point is test planning. So test planning is the first activity of test stream. So this is the first activity performed by the test team. Test plan are defined through SDLC. So at the time of SDLC, you have to define your test plan. Then test plan must be realistic and talk about limitation and constraints in system. So your test plan must be realistic, means it is implementable, and it talk about limitation, what are the limitation or constraint in your system. So you have to consider all the factors before doing the testing. Then plan testing efforts adequately with assumption that defects are exist in software. So you have to think in positive way that you are going to find the defect in the software. Again, second, successful tester founds defect in system, not appreciate developers. अगर डेवलपर ने कोई अगर टेस्टर ने कोई डिफेक्ट फाइंड किया है तो ऑब्वियसली डेवलपर नॉट विल बी हैप्पी, बिकॉज डेवलपर ने जो प्रोडक्ट डेवलप किया है उसे क्या लगता है, उसने 100% करेक्ट प्रोडक्ट डेवलप किया है. सो अगर this line indicates successful tester found defect in system, it is not appreciated by the developer. Then next, testing does not completed at end of development cycle. So if development cycle is completed, then testing does not completed. You have to plan for the maintenance also. And last is a verification, means doing the right thing, and validation, right thing do, must done at each phase of testing. So you have to follow the verification and validation model in test planning. So these are the activity performed in test planning. Next point is testing process and number of defects found in testing. So in real time, as we find more defect, there is a probability of finding some more defects. ओके तो यहाँ पर अगर आपने सिस्टम में एक डिफेक्ट फाइंड किया है तो देर इज अ प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ फाइंडिंग द सम मोर डिफेक्ट is increases. Then as a tester assure one defect may leads multiple defects and count of defect will increases as shown in next diagram. So this is the graph for the defect trend. This is the probability of defecting more. defect, and here is a number of defects. So this is the defect trend. So if you find more defect, then the probability is increases for finding the defect. Now next point is what is test team efficiency. How to calculate test team efficiency? So it is a defect finding rate of particular टेस्ट टीम. सो यहाँ पर हम एक पर्टिकुलर टेस्ट टीम है उसका डिफेक्ट फाइंडिंग रेट फाइंड करते हैं. द मोर इफिशिएंट टीम less the defects found in system by customer, as these are resolved by developer in iteration of product or service. So if you have the efficient team to for testing, then for when you hand over your product to actual customer, then customer found less defect. Okay, if your team is not efficient testing team, then customer may find the more defect. So testing team must be efficient. Every test manager must aware of test team efficiency, which should tend toward the 100%. Okay, so means your test team should more efficient for finding the defects, and efficiency must near to 100. Here is one example. If your team having 90%, suppose there are 500 defects are reported by team and efficiency is 90%, then there exist 50 more defect possibility. And if your team having 95% efficiency, still there are 25 defect may be present in your system. If your team efficiency is 100%, then there is a no more defect, but practically it is not achievable. We already saw this. Or test team efficiency may be calculated using the old success rate, previously tested software. Depend on that, you can calculate the test team efficiency.